Hello, Kamalika. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm sorry, थोड़े से बच्चे दूर से आ रहे हैं ना, so that's why मैंने अभी आपको टेक्स्ट करने ही वाला था.
So all मैंने open ही रखा था so that everyone can join.
Yeah. So 5 minutes, 10 minutes. हाँ? तो Kamalika, 10 minutes. Is it okay?
I'll be online. The call will be online. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Yes, Kamalika.
Okay. Shall we?
Yeah. Sorry for delay. Am I audible?
No, that's fine. So, that's the full house, right?
Right.
Okay. So
So,
I will
just
share my
my
screen.
introduction to you.
Ma'am, I wanted to do a short introduction of you to the students. So yeah, please give me time. So today we have someone really special with us, and honestly, I don't know how she agreed to come because her CV is longer than my attention span. Please welcome Ms. Kamalika Guha Roy. She is a CXO and a certified independent director with over 2 decades of leadership in technology and innovation. She is currently the founder and managing director of Jubilant Tech, a company she established in 2018 to help build technologies backbones for enterprises from scratch. Over the years, she has worn many hats, from chief technology officer to consultant architect and mentor, working with companies like NASA Technologies, uh, Holtroy TV, Jet Flight, Kids Flight, and Eurological Technology, among many others. Her work span cutting edge fields such as artificial intelligence, generative AI, IoTs, product engineering, corporate governance, and digital transformation. Her career milestones are truly inspiring, starting with founding Azure Technologies in 2002, stepping into leadership roles by 2005, and eventually co-founding and mentoring multiple startups. We are indeed fortunate to have her with us today to share her insight and experience. Please join me in giving a very warm welcome to Ms. Kamalika Roy.
Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes.
And is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. So first of all, before we actually start going through the slides and get into the lecture, I would like to ask you, you all are in media, right? Huh? Hello? Hello?
Can you repeat the question, please?
So the question, so I asked, you all in media. So what do you deal with?
Basically, our course is animation and VFX.
No. I'm
And
not asking for the course. I know the course. I am asking, in media, what is our primary concern? What do we create in media? We create content, right?
yeah,
We create images, we create audios, we could create videos and text also if it's a writing job. So we deal with content. Okay. So, I mean, why cyber law is important for media? Because media deals with content, and hence we have to somehow protect our content from online frauds and things like that. That's the whole point of cyber law and media. That's what I want to mean. Okay, so we'll quickly go through the contents. So what I'm going to cover. So there are about 12 topics I'm going to cover. Introduction to cyber law, why cyber law matters, scope of cyber law, types of cyber law, cybercrime and digital media content, social media and cybercrime, cyber law in India, digital media and individual rights, examples of some basic cybercrimes, case studies and examples, emerging challenges, and conclusion. Okay, so whenever you have any questions, any doubt, any queries, please feel free to stop me and ask. Okay.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what is cyber law? Body of law governing activities in the cyberspace. What is the cyberspace? Basically, cyberspace is nothing but the www. the internet, World Wide Web. Now, internet covers everything. And if I break down the internet, there are digital platforms, there are various electronic communications, social media platforms, and now we have things like metaverse also. Okay. And there's another thing called dark web, but dark web is completely out of the purview of the cyber law because it is not regulated, it is not legal, it is not authorized. So will cyber law can only concern itself and regulate, that is the regulated internet, the authorized internet, the legal internet. That is the cyberspace. Now the scope of cyber law, it covers things like cybercrime, online contracts, digital evidence, data protection, privacy, and intellectual property. So intellectual property is something that mainly concerns the media. Whatever you are creating, whatever an artist or a creator or a digital creator creates, I will call digital creator because we are concerned here with the cyber law, the internet space. So of course we are going to talk about digital assets only. Okay, whatever we create, it the artist must keep some kind of copyright or intellectual right onto it. For example, the kind of tools you use is Photoshop. So, have you ever tried to put a copyright stamp on your asset using Photoshop? Hello? Have
Like
you
a
ever?
watermark.
No, watermark. Photoshop gives you a feature. After the class, I would like you to go back and figure out how do you put a copyright stamp on your Photoshop asset created by you, of course. You can actually embed a copyright stamp, and which can further be parsed in an EXIF tool or an image processing tool. That's how websites like Shutterstock, 123RF, Getty Images maintain their copyright on their images. Okay. So the objective of cyber law to ensure accountability, security, and trust in digital interactions. For example, you are conversing through WhatsApp. Now, WhatsApp claims that the communication is end-to-end encrypted, which means even WhatsApp developers, WhatsApp authorities, Meta cannot see what messages are being passed. They're only possible to read on your device. They're stored only on your device. But then if your device got stolen and it is hacked, and then somebody can see all your WhatsApp messages. So then your digital interactions are vulnerable to security threats, frauds. Okay. And recognition of digital transactions, that is gives it kind of protects all kind of electronic records, digital signatures, and e-contracts for legal validity. And then protection of rights. For example, in protection of rights, there are two things mostly. One is users' privacy. All of you are in social media. So every social media platform like LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, even WhatsApp, everybody with a setting called privacy settings. Those settings are for protection of our privacy. Okay. And whenever privacy is violated by some online illegal activities, it comes under the purview of cyber law. Freedom of expression, that is also being protected by cyber law. Okay. And intellectual properties online. For example, you guys use Behance. A lot of artists use Behance, Pinterest. People also put their portfolios on Shutterstock. How do you protect them? By means of cyber law. You put copyright stamp, and somebody steals your content or uses your content without your consent or without actually paying for it, comes under the purview of cyber law. So why cyber law matters? One, it protects citizens from online fraud, abuse, etc. Builds trust in digital payments and commerce. Means whenever you're making UPI payments or online credit card or debit card payments, you feel safe because you know you're protected by means of cyber law. It safeguards national security from cyber terrorism, of course, ensures admissibility of e-records in courts. For example, in today's date, WhatsApp conversations, social media interactions are admissible in court as evidence. Then it balances free speech versus misuse. Means you have expressed your view on some social media platform, some public online platform, and you are being attacked by a group of people for not kind of aligning with their views. You can take help of cyber law to protect your freedom of speech. And it also required because with the rise of UPI usage, there are UPI frauds also. So UPI frauds are protected under cyber law. And as I said before also, courts are now accepting WhatsApp chats, social media interactions, and all other digital media platform interactions, communications as evidence. Now, scope of cyber law. Scope means what are the things in India that come under the cyber law protection. Cyber crimes, any online crime like catfishing, phishing, spoofing, online fraud, they all come under cyber crimes. They are credit card frauds, etc. They are covered under cyber law scope. Hacking, phishing, cyber stalking, ransomware, online fraud, child pornography, they're all under scope of cyber law. They are punishable under IT Act, Indian Penal Code, and global conventions. E-commerce and e-contracts, any transaction we do on e-commerce platforms like Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, etc., they're protected under cyber law. Any fraud happens there, we can reach out to cyber law for solution. Legal recognition of online agreements and electronic signatures, consumer protection in digital marketplaces, data protection and privacy. Regulation of personal and sensitive data. India's Digital Personal Data Protection Act, that is DPDP Act, which is made at par with the international GDPR, introducing new rules for consent-based data processing. Okay, consent-based data processing means if you notice, every social media platform you use sends your yearly terms and condition acceptance, which you have to accept. If you ever go through it, you will see you're actually giving them consent to use your media, your content on their platform. You're actually allowing them to store your data on their platform, especially platforms like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, wherever we are uploading our content. If you go through their terms and conditions, if you will see that you are giving consent. Okay, so that is consent-based data processing. Copyright infringement. Now, copyright infringement can happen in case of software, movies, your digital art, everything. So basically, I go to Shutterstock, and you are an artist. You have a portfolio sitting there in Shutterstock, which are your copyrights. I don't have a Shutterstock subscription. I download your image, I simply put it on Photoshop and remove the copyright information. And I use it for my commercial or personal purpose without buying it. So it is a copyright infringement. Typical case of that. Domain name disputes. For example, there's a thing called domain squatting. Means, let's say my company's name is eBullentech. So I have booked a domain called eBullentech.com. Now, somebody has bought domain eBullentech.in, which ideally should belong to me when I try to buy it, because I have a trademark on eBullentech. It's a registered trademark. I go to that person and that person says, yes, I will give you the domain, but you have to pay me this much. That is called domain squatting. They also come under domain name disputes. Then trademark misuse online. For example, I have a trademark asset. Okay. But somebody else is using it without my consent. Electronic governance, e-governance, every government portal that we use falls under e-governance or electronic governance. Government services delivered digitally, e-filing, e-tendering, Aadhaar, PAN, ITR filing, everything happens through e-governance and government portal. So they also come under the scope of cyber law. Admissibility of electronic records in court. That's also governed by cyber law. Now, types of cyber law. One is cybercrime law, which regulates crimes like hacking, fraud, and prevents and punishes online offenders and offenses. Then data copyright on your name, your phone number, your email ID, your gender, your political view, whatever you have shared with a social media or a public platform, they come under data protection law. Then intellectual property law, it safeguards copyrights and trademarks of digital assets like images, videos, audios, etc. It defends creators against piracy and theft. If you remember, YouTube did not have music copyright implemented a couple of years back, but now even in a simple video, if you use already created music, some old music, it gives you copyright. Means you are using copyright content. So now YouTube has implemented a feature where it protects the copyright of all the creators through some feature. So they come under intellectual property law. Then e-commerce law governs all e-commerce transactions. Media and content regulation that covers social media, news website, and also if you are creating anything through or on NFC platforms. Okay. It sets limits on digital expressions and content. Next, the content. That is something you should all be very aware of because that's what you're dealing with. Content, media content. So piracy of films, music, and software. Because of piracy, we know there are massive revenue losses. People won't go to theaters. They will simply download a pirated movie, watch on their mobile or their computer. And the producers lost the revenue. The creators lost the revenue. Fake news and misinformation. If you notice, these days we get sometimes this person is dead, but it's a fake news. So we go back, research the actual news site and figure out, no, it's a fake news. So fake news is another example of cybercrime. Then obscenity and hate speech online to incite violence, to aggravate people, which to harm social harmony. Laws define legal versus illegal content. Cyber law sets boundaries for safe media use. So basically, all the assets, all the movies, all the news sites, all the social media platforms, the created content, everything is protected under cyber law. Every piece of content is protected under cyber law. Hence, we must be aware how to make use of cyber law and what all comes under the purview of cyber law. Borderless internet challenges enforcement. Content travels faster than jurisdictions. Means I have shared something on YouTube, some video, okay, and I have used some hashtags which has a global appeal. Let's say it's a travel video, or it's an animation. It's an animation, or it's a short film I have created. So, and I have not put any geographical boundaries there. You can actually set geographical boundaries by reaching out to platforms like YouTube, Instagram, etc. For example, there's a Pakistani singer called Ali Zafar. If you try to search him on Instagram, he's not available on India. But if you want to listen to content through YouTube, his YouTube is available on India. So you can set geographical boundaries. But if you don't set geographical boundaries on your content, it travels globally. It travels globally very fast and it is available globally. And then it is also vulnerable to cyber frauds, cyber crimes, etc. Social media and cybercrime. So we all are in social media. And what are the types of crimes that happens on social media? One is phishing. Okay. Phishing links disguised as offers, steal passwords and bank details. There are spam messages, spam emails, which contains links. And when you click on that link, it will ask for information. It will ask you to put your phone number, send OTP, etc. People lose their money over that. People also sometimes get malware, ransomware on their computer through those links. So that is called phishing. Then impersonations via fake accounts. It's called catfishing. Okay. Impersonation means, let's say Sudhakar is one person. He has a Facebook profile. Now what I do, somehow I make friends with him. I get access to his Facebook profile. I see his photos and etc. And I create another account in his name, which is not real Sudhakar, but I have created using his information from this real account. So this is an example of a fake account. Then cyberbullying and harassment. So basically, if you notice, sometimes somebody posts something on social media, then there comes trolls who gives hate speech, who put threatening messages, who insults that person who has posted. It often happens with a lot of celebrities. So that's cyberbullying and harassment, which is also called trolling. Then deepfake and manipulated media. What it does is it actually scans through various profiles and destroys the identity. Example, the deepfake in 2024 Indian elections raised concern about democratic safety. You can actually search this in internet, that deepfake in 2024 Indian elections. You'll get the entire history there. Cyber law in India. This is not something you really have to know or remember, but this is the law, the legal aspects, the sections that actually is cyber law. It's called as cyber law. The sections and the subsections that kind of covers the entire cyber crime and protects us. So, Indian Information Technology Act was first created in 2000 in the year 2000, and it was amended in 2008. And the key features are legal recognition, electronic records and digital signature recognized as valid, cyber crimes, defined and penalized under various sections. I mean, the recognition of online frauds and crimes as cyber crimes and putting them under the governance of law. Cybersecurity powers, government empowered to interrupt, monitor, and decrypt data. That is section 69 of the IT Act 2000. Okay, then adjudication. That's a very legal term. Don't put a lot of importance. Adjudication means putting something within the boundaries of legal regulation. Basically, putting something inside legal bindings. Before 2008, Facebook communications, online communications were not under cybercrime or cyber law. But after the 2008 amendment, they all came under the umbrella of cyber law. All kind of communications, all kind of assets, protection, etc. So that is the legal binding part. And important sections are section 43, 66, that is unauthorized access, hacking and data theft. Then section 66C and 66D, identity theft and cheating via computer resources. Section 67, publishing obscene or sexually explicit materials online. Section 69, government surveillance and interception. Now, digital media and individual rights. Right to privacy. As I said, every platform gives you a privacy setting, and your privacy can be protected via those settings. And in spite of putting privacy settings in place, if someone violates your privacy online, they come under the umbrella of cyber crime. You can search Google with this case, Puttaswamy versus Union of India. This case was at a landmark judgment in 2007, where they established privacy as a fundamental right. My data is my privacy. How much I share, with whom I share, and how much of it can be reused by any online platform or anybody, it is up to me, but not anybody else. That is my fundamental right on my online assets, my privacy, my data. Freedom of expression versus regulation. Speech is protected, but hate speech and harmful content can be restricted. So you can express yourself. You can express your political views, whatever views you have. But then It should not be hateful or harmful, or it should not incite violence. It should not instigate people. If it does so, then it comes under the protection of cyber law. Rights to be forgotten means if I want to delete my Instagram account or a Facebook account, I should have the right to do so. I should not be forced to keep it active. There has to be proper deletion option for any kind of platform, even the platforms we build for our customers. Data deletion is a right. So that is right to be forgotten. Intellectual property rights protect creators' work against piracy, plagiarism, and misuse online. Plagiarism is nothing but copy paste of content, exact copy paste of content. You have created a digital asset, you have put your copyright. What I do is I simply create a duplicate of it and I publish it online and claim it as mine. That plagiarism. It happens in case of music, it happens in case of art, it happens in the case of text. Okay. Then balancing interest. Cyber law weigh public interest, security and personal liberty equally. Means what is my interest when I'm expressing myself through my art or through some social media platform? Is it secure enough for everybody? Is it okay to go online? Does it need scrutiny? Does it need censorship? Okay. And then personal liberty. I'm a creator. I have created something, but should I be put under unnecessary censorship or not? These are my concerns. Now, some examples of basic cyber crimes. Stolen credit card info. It happened to me back in 2009 that my credit card, my credit card information was used online without my consent, and at that time there was no OTP authentication. So I faced a fraud of 5,000. Then I reported it to the credit card company, but at that time cyber law was not that strong. It just came into effect. So I had to really fight hard to get out of it. Then theft of user account, somebody knowing your personal detail and getting password and etc. for your online accounts. Hack profiles lead to blackmail and scams, as we say. Hacking government projects that threaten national security and services. Compromise IoT devices. IoT devices, basically, IoT devices are devices. IoT, the full form of IoT is Internet of Things. When we use some feature on an app and the data usage and then the app connects to the internet. For the example of IoT is Alexa. We talk to Alexa, that Echo device, and that data actually goes to internet, and then there's a follow-up on my communication. So if this device is compromised, my data can go to unauthorized websites, they can be misused. Okay, phishing campaigns, that is fake bank links, all those fake links capturing bank details, on clicking you get malware, etc. IP theft. IP is intellectual property. Piracy robs creators of revenue and credit. We have discussed that before. Then there are certain case studies. Miral botnet, Cambridge Analytics. Miral botnet was in that case, millions of IoT devices were hijacked globally, and data was compromised highly. Then Cambridge Analytica in 2018, Facebook data misuse happened for political gain. Then India card leak in 2023, 1.2 million credit card were sold on dark. And of course, those people faced online fraud, monetary fraud. And then OTT piracy sites. A lot of people still today, they don't buy a subscription of Netflix or a Prime or a Z5 or Geo Hotstar, etc. What they do, there are websites, they go to those websites and watch the same content through piracy. So that is OTT piracy sites. And the emerging challenges. We have discussed deepfakes and AI content, crypto and NFT issues. So NFT is something you guys should be aware of, because through NFT, lot of digital artists are publishing their art online. Even art that is created physically are published, converted and published and sold online. So you guys must be aware of NFT as artists. The uses, the misuses, the benefits, the challenges and everything. Cross-border crimes, cross-border online crimes, we just mentioned, right? Content travels faster than jurisdictions. So cross-border crime is another concern. Then there are regulatory gaps. So law, it's because it's a vast, internet is a vast space. Though there are laws, there are regulations in place, but it is very, very difficult to actually cover everything on the internet under the umbrella of cyber law, because there are cross-border issues, there are regulatory issues, so there are many issues, and governments often don't come to agreement for a particular law or a regulation. America may have a different view on things. India, Pakistan, Bangladesh may have a different view on things. So those challenges are there. Now, the conclusion and key takeaways from this is media and cyber law are intertwined. Digital content shapes the crime and rights. Of course, it does. Platforms are basically opportunities, but they are also risks. They empower. All the platforms empower us, but they also put at risk. They also make us vulnerable as far as our content goes. I may publish my content online in order to get visibility, in order to get publicity, in order to be seen, known, etc. But that also makes me vulnerable to piracies and online thefts and intellectual property rights violation. Okay. it does, cyber law does ensures accountability, because we know we are protected under law, so we feel safe to some extent. It builds trust. In UPI transactions, we use Google Pay because I know I'm protected. I use Phone Pay because I know I'm protected and security measures are in place. I use Paytm because I know it's a big platform and they're ensuring my security by means of cyber law and other things. Okay. Now, technology is an ever evolving field. There are continuous innovation, continuous evolution, and etc. So law must keep pace with that. With the invention of new things in technology space and digital art space, the law must also evolve. That's why when IT Act was formed in 2000, it was amended in 2008. Then Privacy Act came in place in 2023. So law must evolve with the evolution of the World Wide Web. So yeah, any questions? Any questions, doubt?
Yes. Yeah. Wait.
Hello, ma'am. I'm
Yes,
Hari.
yes. Hi.
So I have a doubt. Like on YouTube, there are some channels. They review other products or review other videos. So
You are not audible. I'm not able to fathom what you're saying.
hello.
Yeah, yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So my doubt was like on YouTube, there are certain channels they review other products and other videos. So how does copyright work on such cases?
They review you, as you said, right?
Review, yeah.
See, YouTube works mostly on music copyright and video copyrights. Okay. Now, if you create a video using audio that is already someone else's copyright, YouTube will identify that. And if you create a video using clips from another video, already existing copyright material, that is also covered under copyright. Now, people also create illegal content. Recently, YouTube did an activity where they deleted all AI generated content. Okay, for some sections where they found it's illegal. So all these review websites and everything, YouTube and Google constantly monitor what's going on in the platform, and they do cleaning activities. If they find some channel is doing some illegal activity as far as intellectual property rights go or cybercrime goes, they delete and they sometimes send notices also. They if they can find the entity behind it. So YouTube constantly monitors.
Thank you.
Anything else?
This is nice. So as we hello, Malika.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, am I audible?
हाँ, yes, mostly audible. थोड़ा पास आकर बोलोगे तो अच्छा पड़ेगा.
Malika, मुझे याद है कि जब भी हम लोग इंडिया में हैं,
हाँ,
तो
प्रॉपर नहीं आ रहा है आवाज. प्रॉपर नहीं आ रहा है.
हाँ, आ रही आवाज.
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
मुझे याद है कि इंडिया गेम्स में जब भी ये क्रिएटिव टीम जो हम लोग काम कर रहे थे दैट टाइम,
हाँ
तो ना वो टाइम पे ना हमें कुछ पता नहीं था कि
हाँ.
ये जो ये क्या प्लान, बिकॉज वो सारे देखने वाले आप लोग थे, राइट. हम लोग
हाँ.
खाली अपना जो ग्राफिक क्या डेडलाइन पे कंप्लीट करना है
हाँ
वो नहीं पता था मुझे. हाँ, बट इतना ये भी मुझे मालूम है कि मुझे डायरेक्ट कुछ उठाना नहीं है और उसको डायरेक्ट मुझे क्लाइंट को देना नहीं है, ये मुझे पक्का पता है, राइट.
हाँ राइट.
बट वो टाइम अलग था और ये कुछ टाइम अलग है. यहाँ पे मैं कुछ मैं आर्ट वर्क ले भी नहीं सकता और उसको एडिट करने का भी कुछ लिमिटेशन है, राइट.
हाँ हाँ.
तो ये सारा कितना परसेंट मैं एडिट करके क्लाइंट को दे सकता हूँ, इसके लिए कुछ ऐसा कुछ लिंक है क्या कि जो मैं फाइंड आउट करूँ कि माय करेक्ट आर्ट वर्क जो मैं क्लाइंट को दे दूं, क्या कैसे मैं फाइंड आउट करूं?
पहली बात है, जब आप कुछ क्रिएट कर रहे हो फोटोशॉप में आप जब सेव करोगे ना कंटेंट, सेव वाला जो डायलॉग बॉक्स है वहां पे राइट साइड में नीचे देखना कॉपीराइट इंफॉर्मेशन डालने का आपके पास फीचर है. ठीक है.
ओके.
तो कोई भी कंटेंट क्रिएट करो या तो उसको वाटरमार्क करो समहाउ, और वाटरमार्क ऐसे करो जैसे डायगोनली, व्हिच इज नॉट इजी टू रिमूव. शटरस्टॉक में देखो, दे आर वेरी गुड एट वाटरमार्किंग. आइदर you do watermarking as well as you put copyright information. क्योंकि copyright information डालोगे ना तो there is a thing called EXIF, EXIF. ठीक है. फोटोग्राफ्स में भी होता है EXIF, कोई भी इमेज में EXIF डेटा होता है. बेसिकली इट इज डेटा अबाउट योर एसेट. उसमें आ जाता है कि ये दिस इज अ कॉपीराइट बिलोंग्स टू दिस पर्सन. ठीक है. एंड व्हेनेवर यू आर पुटिंग अ लोगो और समथिंग, मैं अपने क्लाइंट को हमेशा सजेस्ट करती हूँ, अगर आप पॉसिबल है तो ट्रेडमार्क के लिए फाइल कीजिए. ओके. लोगो में जो ट्रेडमार्क आता है उसको बोला जाता है डिवाइस ट्रेडमार्क. मींस लोगो का आर्टवर्क प्लस उसका जो कैप्शन टेक्स्ट पूरे चीज को हम ट्रेडमार्क करते हैं इन ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट. व्हाई ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट? बिकॉज ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट में मतलब ग्रे स्केल में करने से वी कैन क्रिएट एनी कलर, तो इट्स कॉल्ड डिवाइस ट्रेडमार्क. तो ऑलवेज व्हेनेवर योर क्लाइंट्स आर क्रिएटिंग लोगोस, उसको ट्रेडमार्क के लिए बोलिए. कुछ भी एसेट्स आप क्रिएट कर रहे हो, कुछ भी कहीं पे भी डाल रहे हो, डू नॉट फॉरगेट टू पुट कॉपीराइट इंफॉर्मेशन एंड डू नॉट फॉरगेट टू वाटरमार्क इट. उसमें भी एआई टूल्स आर देयर. मतलब आप कैनवा वैनवा में जाओगे, कहीं पे भी जाओगे, आजकल ऑटोमेटिकली बैकग्राउंड रिमूव हो जाता है, ये हो जाता है, वो हो जाता है. बट देन समवेयर द क्वालिटी इज दिस थिंग. देखो 100% हम थेफ्ट को स्टॉप नहीं कर सकते हैं, बिकॉज जैसा लॉ इवॉल्व हो रहा है, जैसे टूल्स इवॉल्व हो रहा है, वैसा ये फ्रॉड भी इवॉल्व हो रहा है. इट्स द सेम प्लेस. मतलब पायरेसी में भी सॉफ्टवेयर यूज होता है और जो टूल्स है वो भी सॉफ्टवेयर है. ओके. तो हम 100% तो प्रोटेक्ट नहीं कर सकते, बट वी मस्ट बी कॉशियस अबाउट व्हाट वी आर शेयरिंग विथ whom एंड वेयर. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मैं कभी भी प्रेजेंटेशन बनाती हूँ ना, मैं ऑलवेज पीडीएफ में शेयर करती हूँ. क्यों? पीडीएफ से एटलीस्ट सोर्स नहीं मिलेगा उसको. एक लेवल तक मैं प्रोटेक्ट कर रही हूँ. समटाइम्स मैं पीडीएफ को पासवर्ड प्रोटेक्ट कर देती हूँ and I share the password with a particular person. But then if that person shares the password with another person, मेरा कंट्रोल चला गया. बट एक लेवल तक मैं प्रोटेक्ट कर रही हूँ. ओके. जब भी मैं इमेज शेयर कर रही हूँ, आई डोंट इवन शेयर पीडीएफ. मैं क्या करती हूँ, मैं बाय डिफॉल्ट एक जेपेग शेयर करती हूँ एंड थोड़ा लो क्वालिटी में, कि चलो अगर थेफ्ट भी हुआ एटलीस्ट मेरा क्वालिटी उसमें नहीं दिखेगा. So these are various ways to protect your content. Basically आप जब content किसी के साथ share कर रहे हो, be very cautious and aware कि आप क्या क्या elements डाल सकते हो to protect it from being theft.
Right.
अभी बड़े बड़े
Yes.
लोग भी मतलब रिकॉर्डिंग में है तो आई कांट टेक नेम्स, म्यूजिक राइट्स किस हिसाब से थेफ्ट होता है आपको तो मालूम है, राइट? इसके लिए यूट्यूब हैज पुट सो मच इन प्लेस, और उसके वजह से मतलब आई वर्क विद बॉलीवुड artists are very grateful to YouTube because of the music copyright. बहुत लोगों का actually मतलब they have actually earned revenue and their songs, their creations are being protected. और थोड़ा NFT के बारे में अवेयर हो जाओ, ठीक है? आई विल सेंड यू लिंक्स टू रीड अबाउट इट. ये NFT क्या है, क्या चीज है? डिजिटल आर्टिस्ट के लिए NFT जानना बहुत जरूरी होता है, ठीक है? कि ये जो टोकन से जो आर्ट क्रिएट होता है उसका यूजेज, इट्स अ कॉम्प्लेक्स सब्जेक्ट. I'll send you some links to read. So basically, there are no ways to 100% protect your content online or through shared via any electronic channel, but you can put measures in place. Watermarking, putting copyright information using the tool. Every tool you use, जो आपका पेड टूल है उसमें copyright information डालने का आपके पास वो है. Not using pirated software, because pirated software में आपको ये सब protection वाले tools proper नहीं मिलते. They itself is pirated. So using actually proprietary licensed software, and then क्या बोलते हैं उसको, प्राइवेसी मेंटेन करना, इमेज का कौन सा फॉर्मेट शेयर हो रहा है उसके ऊपर ध्यान देना जब भी आप शेयर कर रहे हो. सोर्स फाइल तब भी शेयर करो when somebody is actually taking your consent or actually paid for your content. तो ये सब cautiousness, you have to be cautious, aware. I know it's difficult to be so aware being an artist, because हम creativity पे ध्यान दें कि ये सब में ध्यान दें, but then we must be aware that our creativity can get stolen, it can be misused. Okay, so we must, हम जब रोड पे निकलते हैं we are cautious, right? कि नहीं गाड़ी आ जाएगी, right left side फुटपाथ से चलो, पेवमेंट से चलो. These are all predictive measures so that accidents don't happen. Similarly, we have to take as many predictive measures we can for our assets that we are going to make available online or going to share via some electronic media.
Right. Thank you. Guys, any questions? अगर कमालिका मैम से अगर कोई बॉस अगर आपको मिल गई, मैं जरा बोलता हूँ, बिकॉज बस कमालिका मैम के साथ मैंने बहुत काम किया है, अभी तक भी हम लोग काम कर रहे हैं. सो इनके जैसा अगर बॉस मिल गया ना तो ये क्रिएटिव माइंड को क्रिएटिव ही रखती है कि आप उसके बारे में ज्यादा सोचो मत, वो मत देखो. लेकिन हर जगह वैसे लोग नहीं मिलते. दैट्स व्हाई ये मीडिया एंड साइबर लॉ के बारे में मालूम होना बहुत जरूरी है. बिकॉज आगे जाके हाँ, बिकॉज हमारा टाइम निकल गया, हमारे लिए ऐसे कुछ गोल्डन चांस मिले, ये ऐसे लोग मिले, इसलिए हमें ज्यादा सोचने के लिए टाइम नहीं दिया. बट यू ऑल आर कमाल का, ये स्टूडेंट्स सेकंड लास्ट ईयर, मतलब नेक्स्ट ईयर ये लोग इंडस्ट्रियल परफॉर्म करने वाले हैं.
अच्छा,
तो ये सबका अलग अलग ये है एरियाज है. कोई लाइटिंग, कोई कोडिंग, कोई डिजिटल, कोई VFX. तो इनके सारे मैं शो रील के एक लिंक आपको मैं देता हूँ, तो आप जरा देख लो.
मैं ये जो वीडियो है मैं मेरे चैनल में अवेलेबल कर दूंगी लेक्चर.
श्योर
मैं अपलोड करके लिंक आपको दे दूंगी फर्दर अगर कुछ चाहिए तो, और मैं प्रेजेंटेशन भी आपके साथ शेयर कर दूंगी, ठीक है? इसको एज अ रेफरेंस रखो. और लॉ के सेक्शंस हमको जानने की जरूरत नहीं है, लॉयर्स आर देयर. लेकिन हम क्या कर सकते हैं, एक एक सेक्शन को उठा के थोड़ा ब्रीफ में रख सकते हैं, एटलीस्ट जितना हमारा कंसर्न है. कल उठ के इफ एनीथिंग हैपेंस टू अस, हमें पता है कि हमको करना क्या है. एटलीस्ट वी शुड बी अवेयर कि कुछ हुआ है. कभी कभी ऐसा होता है जैसे कैट फिशिंग, लोगों का आइडेंटिटी थेफ्ट होता है, उसके ऊपर बहुत कुछ होता है, लेकिन पीपल आरंट इवन अवेयर कि कुछ हुआ है. मतलब आई हैव फ्रेंड्स कमिंग टू मी सेइंग, अरे मेरे नाम का 2-3 प्रोफाइल किसी ने बना दिया है. आज तक मेरे प्रोफाइल का डुप्लीकेट कभी नहीं बना. क्यों? जो भी सोशल मीडिया प्रोफाइल मेरे पास है, मैं उन पे रेगुलर लॉग इन करके रखती हूँ. मे बी आई डोंट पोस्ट एनीथिंग, बट मैं एक्टिविटी करती हूँ, ठीक है? सो इनएक्टिव अकाउंट्स अगर है वो भी डिलीट कर दो. अगर आपका अकाउंट इनएक्टिव है उसको मेंटेन ही मत करो, डिलीट मार दो, क्योंकि ये जो हैकर्स है वो इनएक्टिव अकाउंट को ज्यादा अटैक करते हैं. ठीक है, तो आपके पास अगर मल्टीपल ईमेल आईडीज है, जो ईमेल आईडी यूज कर रहे हो उसी को रखो, एनीथिंग एक्सेस डिलीट कर दो फॉर योर ओन प्रोटेक्शन, ठीक है। और प्राइवेसी सेटिंग, सारे जो प्लेटफॉर्म्स आप यूज कर रहे हो, व्हाट्सएप से लेके टेलीग्राम से, आई थिंक आप लोग टेलीग्राम बहुत यूज करते हो, लेकिन टेलीग्राम में बहुत एक्टिविटीज होता है, तो व्हाट्सएप ले लो, टेलीग्राम ले लो, कोई भी जगह पे प्राइवेसी सेटिंग के बारे में अवेयर हो जाओ, ठीक है। मेरे फेसबुक प्रोफाइल में मेरे फ्रेंड्स भी मेरे फ्रेंड्स को नहीं देख सकते हैं, मेरा प्राइवेसी लेवल इस टाइप का है। व्हाई? बिकॉज मेरे फेसबुक प्रोफाइल में 2000 लोग हैं ना, वो 2000 लोग में बहुत सारे टाइप्स के हैं, आई टॉक विद लॉट ऑफ पीपल, आई इंटरेक्ट विद लॉट ऑफ पीपल, बट मेरे पर्सनल लोग भी है, मैं नहीं चाहती कोई भी स्ट्रेंजर आके मेरा फ्रेंड लिस्ट ब्राउज करके उनकी आइडेंटिटी पता चले, तो दैट्स व्हाई आई हैव हिडन द फ्रेंड लिस्ट फ्रॉम एनीवन, इट्स ओनली विजिबल टू मी, so that's how I'm protecting my friends, they are who are on Facebook, ठीक है वैसा।
yes, yes, yes.
तो ऐसे बहुत कुछ है, क्रिएटिविटी के साथ इनका कॉन्फ्लिक्ट है, मैं मानती हूँ, बट मतलब इन अ वे आई एम आल्सो क्रिएटिव, सुधाकर नोज आई लव क्रिएटिविटी, मैं आई राइट, आई समटाइम्स ड्रॉ पेंट एटसेट्रा, बट यू हैव टू मेक योर प्राइवेसी योर सेकेंड नेचर। जैसे
Yes.
आपको भूख लगती है तो हम खाना खाते हैं, प्राइवेसी आपके मन में सेट होना चाहिए, इट्स लाइक शुड बी लाइक अ बेसिक इंस्टिंक्ट कि भाई मैं कुछ भी करूं, मेरा प्राइवेसी, मेरा डेटा आई मस्ट प्रोटेक्ट, कितना भी लॉ आ जाए, कितना कुछ भी आ जाए, इफ यू आर नॉट अवेयर, लॉ कुछ नहीं कर सकती, बिकॉज एवरी प्लेटफॉर्म आस्क्स यू टू साइन अप फॉर अ टर्म्स एंड कंडीशन, और आई थिंक 99% पीपल वो टर्म्स एंड कंडीशन बिना पढ़े अग्री करते हैं, तो वी इवन नो व्हाट कंसेंट वी आर गिविंग, बट प्लेटफॉर्म क्या बोलेगा, तुमने तो अग्री किया था, देन यू हैव नो मीन्स टू प्रोटेक्ट योरसेल्फ।
करेक्ट।
तो अवेयरनेस बहुत जरूरी है, ठीक है, कि मेरा प्राइवेसी मेरे ऊपर, एंड इट इज सेड, देयर इज अ सेइंग कि जो तुम्हारा व्हाटएवर इज गुड मस्ट बी प्राइवेट, ठीक है, जो अच्छा चीज है उसको प्राइवेट रखना ही बेस्ट है, क्योंकि हमें नहीं पता कि दुनिया में कौन क्या नजर से क्या इससे आ रहा है, एंड इट्स अ ग्लोबल प्लेटफॉर्म, there are billions of people with billions of intentions, so we
Yes.
don't know, very difficult to understand कौन सही है कौन गलत है, उससे अच्छा है कि जितना सही हम खुद रह सके, हम जितना खुद को प्रोटेक्ट कर सके, इट्स वेरी सिंपल। मतलब लेट्स से दिल्ली एनसीआर रीजन में women usually don't step out after 9 o'clock because it is not safe, तो ये मेरा खुद का कॉल है, मैं अगर बोलूं नहीं लॉ एंड ऑर्डर है, पुलिस है, मुझे निकलना है, बट देन should I depend on that or should I be cautious कि नहीं मुझे क्या करना चाहिए for myself? So these are conscious calls we have to take about our content, our assets.
Yes.
ठीक है,
ठीक है,
ठीक है, कुछ भी होगा you can reach out to me through Sudhakar anytime, ठीक है,
yes.
any questions for anything, ठीक है, so I will make this available, एक दो दिन में I'll make the link available and I'll make the presentation also available, okay,
So,
thank you,
so,
yeah,
thank you.
have a good day,
Thank you very much.
bye bye, bye.
Friends, definitely ये आपका जो
Yeah.
आपने जो एक स्मॉल टाइम में जो आपने यस मुझे किया, और यहाँ पे आप बोले ऑनलाइन क्यों ना, बट आप आगे, बट एक प्रॉमिस कीजिए आप कि नेक्स्ट टाइम अभी जब भी आप अवेलेबल होंगे,
हाँ,
मुंबई,
नेक्स्ट टाइम मैं आपको कॉल करके आ जाऊंगी, मैं एक्चुअली आई एम ट्रैवलिंग अ लॉट दीस डेज, तो इसके लिए फिक्स नहीं रहता है, बट या आई विल डेफिनेटली लव टू कम टू द कॉलेज एंड स्पेंड गुड टाइम विद द किड्स, ठीक है, creativity is something I wanted to become an artist in my life, but
Yes.
whatever happened I could not, but I love I have great love for all kinds of arts, performing arts, etc. So yeah, definitely whenever possible I'll pay a visit and I'll spend good time with all of you.
Yeah. Kamalika, please एक request है कि can you share this screen, because I want to some sharing you. शेयर एक्सेस का ये करो आप प्लीज,
कौन सा शेयर?
ये स्क्रीन शेयर का आप जरा एक्सेस दीजिए मुझे।
अच्छा, 1 मोमेंट, ये तो एक सेकंड रुको, हाँ, इन शेयर का एक्सेस ये तो मुश्किल है,
नहीं दिया आपने एक्सेस?
ओ रुको, सेटिंग्स में देखने तो मुझे,
फर्स्ट ये स्क्रीन, आपका जो स्क्रीन है ना, पहले क्लोज कीजिए।
हाँ, मेरा तो एक्सेस बंद कर देती हूँ।
और
वन
आप
मोमेंट ना, मैं मेरे इंजीनियर को बुलाती हूँ, एक सेकंड ना, जस्ट गिव मी अ मोमेंट, मैं टीम को बुलाती हूँ, एक सेकंड ना।
सिंपल है ना, गूगल मीट है ना। हाँ, क्विक शेयरिंग है। भाई वो शेयर करने के बाद एक क्लिक कर, फिर उसके साथ हम लोग ये दोस्तों करेंगे। एक डिफरेंट है ना, उस दिन का अलग था। मणि मणि जनरल फाइल ऑलरेडी है, तो इसको मिनिमाइज करो ना। अच्छा अच्छा, ये है ना।
हाँ सुधाकर, ट्राई कीजिए, तो ट्राई कीजिए।
ये पता नहीं, नॉट अलाउड।
कमलिका अभी तक नहीं है, नॉट अलाउ करके दिखा रहा है।
मैं तो किया।
आपने किया है?
हाँ, मैंने आपको दिया तो चेक करिए। मिला आपको?
अभी भी नहीं है।
अभी भी नहीं। नॉट अलाउ शेयर योर स्क्रीन।
एक बार मीटिंग से निकल के फिर से एंट्री करोगे? हाँ, रिफ्रेश कर दो।
ये खुला रहेगा।
अभी भी नहीं है।
क्या कर दीजिए? तो इनको
हुआ ना? हुआ
नहीं मैम,
नहीं हुआ मैम। चलो ठीक है,
सुधाकर, मैंने आपको को होस्ट करके भी ऐड कर दिया है। आपका जो
कोई बात
जीमेल है
नहीं।
ना,
कोई बात नहीं, मैं आपको एक व्हाट्सअप करता हूँ। एक
अच्छा
स्मॉल टोकन ऑफ लव फ्रॉम NMIMS एनिमेशन एंड VFX स्टूडेंट्स। तो
ठीक है।
मैं ये स्टूडेंट को भी ये करता हूँ, शेयर करता हूँ।
अच्छा
और एट द टाइम सेम टाइम मैं आपको ये व्हाट्सअप करता हूँ, जस्ट आप चेक
ठीक है,
कीजिए।
ठीक है, ठीक
अभी
है,
हाँ,
चलो।
वेट
अच्छा, ओके।
फ्यू मिनट्स।
Yes.
मिल गया आपको?
WhatsApp call you. Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much. Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Kamalika. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Thank you very much.
Bye.
This is a small gift of from
Thank you
NMIMS.
so much. Thank you so much.
ओके थैंक यू थैंक यू कमाल का वेट वेट हम लोग एक पिक्चर निकाल रहे हैं आपके साथ वेट
अच्छा अच्छा.
आ जाओ भाई साहब प्लीज प्लीज मैम भी दिख रही है ना अरे इधर फोटो प्लीज मैम का आ रहा है मैम को आ रहा है अरे इधर चलेगा मणि Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Huh?